Hi, our guest today is Timon, the founder and production director of Color the Minds, a company that provides learning material and educational technology for EdTech business. Welcome, Timon.
Okay, thank you.
How are you today?
A bit busy because we are going to release our game soon, so it's quite busy at the moment.
Yeah, by looking at your resume, you have quite an educational and work history. Tell us a little about yourself.
I graduated in graphic design in Polytech University in St. Petersburg, Russia. And then I come back to Vietnam and I worked for Classic. It's an outsourcing game development. It's like a studio in Ho Chi Minh City. I work as an art assistant, and then I moved to another company. I work for I built up an identity concept for a television channel for children. So. And then I returned to Classic and worked there for more than 3 years, and I worked as an art director. And then again, I moved to Rolling Ant. I developed solutions. It's like ARVR and interactive solution for real estate sector. And in 2019, I got a job. I moved to Finland and I worked for pop production. I helped the founder to complete a teaser for an animation series. But after I finished the deal, I established Color the Minds. And I have. After 6 months, we have finished the demo and it's ready to play on VR Oculus Quest at the moment. And we have been working on full game at the moment. So it still has a long way to go. But just a quick introduction. Yeah.
Quite the resume.
Okay, and since the field of serious games is unknown to many, tell us a little about what you do or what are they like?
Like I said, I worked for pop production, but at the same time, when I finished the teaser, the 3D animation, I also developed solutions for maritime sector. So I involved to serious games since 2019. We simulate some project like evacuation or some trainings courses in oil tank or pilot boat for maritime sector. So, but for the Color the Minds, we changed the audience. We focus on children only.
Okay. Perfect. What motivated you to start Color the Minds in the first place, and what values does your company live by?
Yeah, like the name, we would like to bring the color, and we want to make something different to our customers and for our products. But we mainly focus on produce our game instead of just do some business. We build a solution for business, just like a side contracts only.
Okay,
and the values we bring to the audience is the education, the values.
Where do you start when creating a serious game? Give me an example of the development process on one of your games, for example.
Yeah, for example, let's say My Tree House is our game. It's like a core playground for children where they can share experience, they can create stories, learning through play. The development process is that I'm a founder, but I also take care of 3D design. I do everything related to the graphic design, like a 3D modeling, texturing, or unwrap UV, and etc. I cooperated with Oli Kamunin. He's a pedagogical expert, so he takes care of education content development. And after we finished the concept and documentation, we pack it and send them to our developer in Vietnam. So you can say that we designed in Finland, but we made in Vietnam.
So we already talked about the target group, that it's children. But what do you aim to achieve with your serious games?
We focus on life skill development instead of STEAM programs. So we love to see our children. They can learn. They will know how to act. For example, if they get lost in supermarket, they know how to get out. And they, for example, they will know how to get through the airport by themselves. And they also will learn how to do some teamwork and share knowledge to each other. And we target on from 6 to 11 years old.
What are the three important things, the most important things, to consider when creating such a serious game?
In terms of my treehouse project, the most important thing is that the education aspects, and it has to be fun. And it has to be very simple because we aiming to develop from 6 to 11. So it has to be very simple to control, to interact with 3D objects, because their hands is quite small and they cannot, their skill is not good like adults. So have to consider a lot of, and we also test again and again until we see they very comfortable to interact and enjoy the game.
Yeah, and your company emphasizes a lot on pedagogy. Do you see any threat on children using more and more smart devices at early age?
Yes, of course. We develop for VR devices, so we know this is somehow if we let the children play, for example, more than 1 hour, is harmful to their eyes. So that's why we always warning and mention that we have the time limit for children to play the game. So the maximum is 30 minutes only. During the time they play our game, we also suggest they need to play with adults, for example, like parents or teachers.
Let's go to internationality then. How can internationality be seen in your business?
Yeah, at the first stage, we offer for business only, which means it's B2B. And then maybe next year, when the full game is ready, we will release it on Steam or Oculus Store. And we also port to mobiles, so we can release on Apple Store and Google Play. So everybody can play our games.
How is the serious game market in Finland compared to other countries or continents, like, example, Asia?
Yeah, I can see that in Finland, that they are focused on serious game more than Asia.
Okay, that sounds maybe a little bit surprising.
Yeah, because the technology and the people, they they know more technology than Asia market. So somehow it's like a better market for development the serious game. So the market in Finland is faster than Asia.
Okay. And how does digital content differ between Asia and Finland?
Yeah, I can say that there are so many things different. For example, like the quality of the content, the visual experience as well. So yeah, like I said, the Asia, just some countries like Japan or China, they invest to serious games, but the rest of other countries they're not willing to develop serious game.
Okay, and how do you see serious games evolving in the future, or what path is it taking?
It's very important, and it's growing rapidly in recent years because the technology is growing faster and faster, and the hardware is also cheaper than before. So I think it's like a crucial option for the training and even entertainment as well in the future.
Okay, and the AR and VR are much discussed topics at the moment. How do you see their future? Like, is it coming to every home? And
yeah, I believe so. Like a smartphone, I believe that in the future, every family will own at least one VR devices. It's going to be cheaper and more comfortable to use.
yeah, and what are your own goals for the future, and where will Color the Minds be in 5 years from now?
Yeah, we plan to finish the full game and release it on the market, international market, after 2 years, and we expect to hit the break even and generate more than 10 millions after 5 years. I mean, more than 10 millions per year after the first 5 years.
Lastly, if you had to give 3 tips for a beginner serious game developer, what would they be?
The most important is that the experience you bring into your serious game. For example, if you develop for elders, you have to be careful because elder they cannot get familiar with technology. And for example, if you started with VR, they cannot control or they cannot interact with 3D objects like children. For example, we develop for children, right? They just spend 2 minutes to get used to it without any guidance. We also surprised because they learn very fast. But with adults, we also test with elders. We have taken a lot of effort to guide them how to use it. So I think the most important is the experience. For elder, it have to be very simple. So many companies in the US or Canada or Australia, they develop a solution for elders, and their customer they cannot interact with 3D. It's like a 360 videos only. Yeah, to bring something they can remember in the past where they spend time with family, like entertainment only. But for healthcare, like nursery, I'm not sure. We also consider about that business, but it's still difficult to reach out the customer at the moment because like VR or PC, I don't know. I'm not sure about that, but we need to do a lot of research before we start to do something. Yeah. But my suggestion is experience is the most important.
Great. There you go. You heard it from the man himself. On behalf of our group and course, thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to educate us and share some insight. We wish you the best, and we will definitely be following the progress of Color the Minds.
Yes. Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.